Let me switch to another kind of visa that's extraordinarily important to the state of Maine, and that's the H-2B visa. As you know, many of our communities in Maine rely heavily on H-2B visas for staff during our busy tourism seasons. Last year, just to give you an idea, more than 13 million tourists came to the state of Maine, and we're very grateful that they do, but that is 10 times the entire population of our state, and they mainly come in the summer and the fall. So employers in the hospitality sector are simply unable to hire workers to meet that demand. So that seasonal H-2B program is critical, and the workers come, they work, and then they go back home. They're not trying to stay here. They come back year after year. There are ways that we could speed up the process for that. One idea that the Maine Chamber of Commerce recently proposed to me is that employers who have long utilized the H-2B program and have consistently followed the rules should have an exemption for a certain number of workers from the cap for employers if they have that good 5-year compliance record. Another idea would be reinstituting the returning worker exemption from the cap. That existed during President Bush's administration. It worked really well. It was the same workers coming back to the same seasonal businesses year after year. They became like family. And in fact, a lot of times the employers would keep their belongings for them in anticipation of their return the next tourism season. Is the administration considering ways to simplify the H-2B process, visa process for employers who have followed the rules for 5 years, or reinstituting the returning worker exemption?
So we've looked at this. Right now, year to date, I think we've had 170,000 or 107,000 H-2B visas that's applied for FY26. The number, I do have some flexibility with the number. You guys gave me that authority in 2017. Well, not me, but the department. But to raise the cap, which would mean putting the exemptions in place too, the way that we understand it, we was talking to council today about this. Troy was in the room with us, and so you're welcome to correct me if I'm wrong here. But to raise the cap above a significant number, Congress will have to set that new number or give me the authority to do so, and then we'll be happy to. I have, listen, being from the construction background and understanding the farming and ranching background where it is very seasonal, we do need some flexibility there. Returning workers, I agree, if they've been able to go through the process over and over again, they come in when they're supposed to, they leave when they're supposed to, and there's no issues here. I'd be happy to do something like that and streamline the process. We have been working with USCIS to try to streamline this. That's one of the most challenging things I have since I've walked in as secretary, is that we have handcuffed ourselves through so much bureaucracy that we're trying to cut back and get to the basics. And any way you see that a system can work better, Senator Collins, I'll be happy to work with you, but I'm limited on some of my authority.